I thought it would be beneficial to do a short video just to show you the process of how you need to observe each section as you go throughout. So if you've already done the page with the zebra on it, go back and double check your work today. You definitely have time to switch things up if you need to. So, of course, the first little stage here has already been done. So we're going to actually go to the second stage. So, and I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'll just do a little portion of this. But what I've done here, I've just kind of laid out, and this is a little bit of an uneven value right here. I'm making just some short dashes right here, and his hair or her hair is kind of in rows. So I'm laying down the foundation. I'm just observing this, and what I'll do is just lightly, I'm still looking at this little gray section here. I'm lightly adding some heavier little spots that I'm observing here before I move on to this section. So, okay. All right. And so in this section right here, what I would end up doing, I've kind of graduated here, and I'm starting to layer just a little bit darker right here. I'm not getting to this extreme quite yet. And I'm looking, you know, if there's some heavier areas that I would need to add. Okay, so I've got a little base, so I'm gonna go back. And I'm just gradually getting darker and darker as I go. So you're not going to go straight dark initially as you work. And it may take a little while to actually build your value to get to as dark as this. I actually pressed down pretty hard, but it was a process. I gradually got to that point, because what you're going to need is you're going to need other layers of lightness and medium under this, just so that it has a little bit more variety and it does not appear flat as you go. And it does help, and I know that you guys are just observing on the computer. You're observing your copy here. This is the actual drawing that I did right here. So I'm not really observing, you know, my actual sheet there, but so I'm going back, and I'm gradually getting things darker. You can see this is not quite as dark as what that is, but for time purposes, that's what you'll do. Now, there is, if you look right here, there are some little gradations right here, some gray areas. There are, like right here, I laid out some little values right there. And you can go back if you need to make some darker. Sometimes the fur actually comes out of the perimeters here, depending on how long the fur is. there's that. And I hope that will help you guys out. You're just basically looking at, when you're doing this, you're gonna do this little base. You're gonna graduate over here. You're gonna look at the patterns that you see here, and then obviously you're gonna build those patterns, but you're not gonna go too dark too quickly.